Hi again, it's your travel friend Tash at Leisure Explorer, and today we will be taking you through our beautiful and majestic cruise through Halong Bay. We booked a one-night trip with Genesis Regal Cruises, and we will be sharing our experience and tell you if it was worth it. We were picked up at about 8 a.m. in the morning in a luxury vehicle which was really so comfortable and worth it. And this we booked directly with Genesis, which cost us 760,000 Vietnamese dong per person. And initially we thought it was expensive, but you need to bear in mind that this is for a return trip and it is a 3-hour drive. The vehicles are truly luxury and can only accommodate 10 passengers. Genesis will contact you via WhatsApp to make arrangements beforehand and provide you with all the necessary information. They do stop halfway and the time went by very quickly, and just in no time we arrived at the Genesis Regal offices on Halong Bay. And there was a waiting area lounge until 11:30. There are shops just across the road where you can buy snacks or drinks. It wasn't long before we boarded a smaller boat to take us across with our luggage to the larger cruise ship that is in Halong Bay. We were notified by the staff that we would be actually staying over at Halong Bay and not in Halong Bay because Halong Bay was a little bit too crowded and it was a bit more peaceful in Halong Bay. The staff just took us through some of the safety measures and we had to wear our life jackets as we entered the boat, and it was about a half-an-hour cruise to get there. But before that, they had to stop on the way just to verify the passengers. We had to provide them with our identification, which was then provided to the authorities, and from there they took us directly to the bigger boat which was situated in Halong Bay. After a quick boat ride, we finally got to the ship and we were welcomed by the warm and hospitable staff on the Genesis Regal Cruises. They immediately showed us to the lunch area. Since our bags were tagged, our bags were sent straight to our rooms by the staff.
Xin chào. Thank you.
We were greeted with welcome drinks and they showed us to our tables where we would be sitting and having our meals for the rest of the cruise. And this would be your allocated or designated area where you would come to for each meal. And the tables were laid out very beautifully and elegantly. The meals were a mix of Vietnamese cuisine and continental. Just note that most drinks are sold by the bottle unless you have cocktails, so just be aware of that. It is quite expensive in comparison to purchasing drinks on land, so just bear that in mind. After lunch, we made our way to the gorgeous cabins, as you can see, very spacious and luxurious. This cruise is a 5-star and looks very new and modern. The bathrooms are very luxurious with a full-size shower and toilet, and the bathtub has a gorgeous view of the bay. So you can actually sit there in the tub and enjoy the view and relax as we cruise along the bay. They also have a balcony area where you can sit down and relax and take in the views. It was very relaxing. Soon after, they took us on a kayak through the bay and it was very beautiful. This reminded me a lot of Phang Bay in Krabi, Thailand. This just has very similar vibes where you go under the cliffs with the kayaks, so it just reminded me of that, but obviously this was beautiful in its own right. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of visitors on the kayaks through the bay at this time. It was about 2 or 3 p.m. here, and fortunately it was a bit cloudy, so it was not too hot. You have to navigate through a lot of other people on kayaks through the bay, so it is quite busy. I was actually really grateful at the fact that we were taken by a kayak as a group, as I don't think I would have liked to kayak on my own, so it was nice to have a professional take us through the waters. You of course have to wear your life jackets because you could actually fall in, and it has happened to me previously while on a kayak, and it's not a good experience. So yeah, you have to be very cautious and take these safety measures. The kayak ride through the bay was about half an hour, and it was a beautiful sight. We finally made our way back to enjoy the beautiful sunset and the facilities on the cruise. I think this was my favorite part of the cruise. The sunset that I experienced was just one like no other. It was just so beautiful to be along the bay with this gorgeous view. They have a happy hour for cocktails, so we ordered our cocktails and enjoyed the view and relaxed. I mean, just look at this beautiful sunset. You get a panoramic view of the entire bay. Then of course there's a jacuzzi pool at the front of the ship where you can just enjoy your time there and relax, or relax in the cabins, whatever you wish. The schedules that they provide you with is just a guideline so you can relax and enjoy everything at your own pace. There is no rush for you to actually do any of their activities. You are able to rest and take it at your own pace. The great thing about this cruise was that it was not crowded. They just have a few cabins, so it felt like it was very private and it felt like you had the ship all to yourself. And then we shortly afterwards got ready for dinner, which was absolutely lavish with lobster and seafood options for us. It was a lot of food and every meal was quite fancy, well presented and well prepared. The service on the cruise was impeccable. Now for me, aside from the sunset view, the other amazing part was the view of the other cruise ships on the bay at night. Look at this gorgeous view. You can also get this view directly from your cabin. Now this was something I've never experienced before and just a magical experience. The next morning there was a Tai Chi and breakfast at 6 a.m, but we slept in and chose to get up to brunch instead, and at about midday we made our way back to Hanoi. I would recommend this cruise. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and it is worth it. From divine food to gorgeous views, this will definitely check off your bucket list experience in style. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like and share, and see you in the next one.